Okay, good morning. So, the title of this live is Chop Wood, Carry Water. And I want to chat with you guys about a couple of things that you might find useful if you are in whoop whoop, danger, danger, panic mode about the C word and you are lacking motivation, which I sometimes refer to as a case of the screw it. And because this is a family shindig, that's how I'll leave that. But I think you know what I'm talking about, where you just can't get motivated. I'm going to give you a couple of quick things that you can perhaps add to your toolkit if the spirit moves you, and I'm going to give you an invitation. Okay, but first I'm going to give you a couple of things to think about. Number one is, this is one of my new favorite stretches that can be done sitting at your desk. You could do this sitting on the couch watching Netflix. You could do this standing. You could even try this in bed. So here it is. So you just take and interlace your fingers, but I'm going to give you a modification because a lot of guys have issues. Either your hands are so big you can't do that, or you are so tight that you won't be able to get your arms up over your head. So I'm going to give you some modifications. This may not be pretty, but this is just a very simple stretch. It's more of a movement. It's something you can do for movement. Again, I said this is chop wood, carry water. So what are the things that we have to do every day? And there's two that I think are absolutely imperative. One is to move, some kind of intentional movement every day. And the other is getting in your water. So instead of carrying water, I'm going to encourage you to drink your water, but I'm going to give you some tips. Okay, so here we go. Here's the first thing. First thing is, you interlace your fingers. This is so simple. You're going to think it's stupid, but it really works. Interlace your fingers, put them behind your head. If you can't interlace your fingers, this is a napkin. You could just hold a napkin or a strap or a tie. You could use a broomstick, whatever, so that you can get your hands up behind your head. But if you can interlace, go interlace, then pull your elbows together. You can see I have one shoulder higher than the other, so I have to really think about this. And then you're just going to shrug your shoulders way up to your ears, which shouldn't be hard because for most of us, many of us find our nerves are just shot and our shoulders are living at our ears anyway, right? So you just pull the elbows in, which I realize will be challenging for some people, shrug the shoulders way up to your ears, and then bring your chin to your chest. That's it. So you can get organized first by just pulling those elbows in and just shrug the shoulders up and down. And your mileage is going to vary depending on how tight you are, how broad your shoulders are, how strong your upper traps are, all of that stuff. Interlace, chin to chest, shrug the shoulders up to ears, and just gently encourage your head down. Such a good stretch. So you can do like maybe 10, maybe 4, whatever, it doesn't matter. But just get the shoulders moving, and then elbows close, push the chin to the chest gently. You don't have to, you're not going to the Olympics here, so just go easy. So that's one way that you can relieve some of that neck and shoulder tension right in between your shoulder blades and that upper back tension. Maybe it's the back of your neck, maybe it's at the base of your skull. So simple. Interlace, clasp, or grab something, elbows in, shrug the shoulders way up to your ears, let your shoulders kiss your ears when they want to go that way anyway. Remember, the only thing that's not heading south as we age is our shoulders. Everything else is heading south. So surrender to that and shrug, and then chin to chest, and you'll feel a lovely pull between your shoulder blades. It's really nice, so easy to do. Teach your kids too. Good for posture because it helps to stretch those muscles. Now I'm going to tell you a secret, and you're not going to like it. You can stretch and stretch and stretch, but you do need to strengthen. So that's something to think about, which I'm not getting into now. Most people, I find, they're one way or the other. They either love to stretch or they love to strengthen. But most people who love to stretch need to do more strengthening, and most people who love to strengthen need to do more stretching. If you can find the gray and get right down the middle, good for you. So that's the first piece. So that is the chop wood, all right, because we're moving. And then the carry water piece is, I'm going to show you what I drink in a day. My mantra is 64 or more by 3 o'clock or 4. So if you've read my books or you follow my coaching, that is so that you're not up all night long peeing, which is annoying. I find this time of year, especially, a lot of people lag on drinking their water, and then they forget and they wonder why they're creaky and everything hurts and they can't go to the washroom properly and their skin looks poor and they're cold all the time. Your water will help to regulate your body temperature. So this is true whether you run hot or you run cold. It will help to regulate your body temperature. It lubricates your joints. It helps with brain fog. So I'm going to show you what I'm drinking in a day. So first I get up and I drink 2 of these little pink glasses of water from my tap. I do that before I have coffee. So that's roughly 6. So that's 12 ounces that I've had before I have my coffee. Then before I can have more coffee, I have to drink 2 more. Now help me on the math. So I believe that's 24 ounces of water. Then I go to the barn and I'm steeping my green tea. Deb McKnight gave me this mug. I love this mug in here. So I like the Kirkland brand green tea because it's not as bitter as some green tea. So that is waiting for me when I come back. And so this is 12. So where was I? I was 24 and 12. So now I'm 36. Okay, 36 ounces, and it might be 7:30 in the morning. Okay. Then if I want to, I can have a 3rd cup of coffee, but my cups of coffee are quite small. They're Americanos. So I drink espresso and hot water. So I probably only I have like 3 and they're 6 ounces each. So it's not that much coffee, but anyway, then I get into this, and this is just a container. You don't have to have a shaker bottle. This is just pure water. And I consider this 20 ounces. So I was at 36. So plus 20. So that's 56. Everybody check my math because it's highly questionable. But anyway, so that's what did I say? 56. So 56 ounces of water. And in this, I put a little pinch of salt because that's fantastic for making sure that you keep your blood volume up, and it makes the water smoother to drink, with some lemon. And I use this stuff, which I absolutely love. Now, I don't want to get into the C word, but you know, as well as I do, the grocery store shelves are getting more and more bare. So it's going to be tougher and tougher to get lemons because lemons don't grow in Canada unless you have a lemon tree. But if you're in the US, depending if you're in the north or out west, because I'm talking to both Canadians and Americans here, this stuff you can get on Amazon. I love it. I love it. It is crystallized lime oil or lemon oil. So here's the lemon. Here's the lime. I keep this in my bag all the time. I travel with it. It's fantastic. I put 2 packets, and it's just crystallized lime oil. There's nothing else in it. There's 0 calories. It's not like all that other crap people are drinking, like that Mio or Mayo and that Crystal Light and all that stuff. No. Water, just plain water, 2 of these, and a pinch of salt. Sea salt, Himalayan salt, doesn't matter. Really smooth. We call this Caterade. It's fantastic. So now I'm at 56. I drink that. Okay. And now it's probably noon. And then I drink another one for another 20 ounces. Gets me to 76 ounces of water by 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Now, I recommend that people who are 150 pounds or less drink 64 ounces or 2 liters of water by 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But if you talk a lot for work, like I do in my coaching, I got to drink more. So, and if you're over 150 pounds or you sweat a lot or you take medications, if you drink a lot of alcohol, if you drink a lot of coffee, then you may need up to 3 liters of water a day. But I want to give a disclaimer there that more is not always better because you want to make sure that you're salting your water. I'm serious. It's a game changer. So if you get leg cramps, if you get, oh my gosh, if you're dizzy, all that kind of stuff, are you getting enough salt? Because my friends, it's not sugar that is like, how do I say this? And BPC. People think it's sugar that is giving them grief, and it is 100%. But sometimes it's not getting enough salt that is giving you grief. And everyone's afraid of salt, which I talk about in my coaching program about why you should not be afraid of salt. It's not salt that's killing you. It's sugar. It's not salt that's making you stiff and sore and irritable and brain foggy. It's sugar. It's sugar. It's sugar. It's sugar. And anyone who is thinking that they are completely sugar-free is not eating any vegetables because there's sugar in everything. So I don't advocate sugar-free. I think that's baloney. I think you have to find a way to eat that works for you. So this is what works for me. And then everything after what I just showed you. So 4 of these, 2 of these, my green tea, where I think fondly of Deb McKnight, putting my lemon or my lime in my water and a pinch of salt, which I don't have a prop to show you. Then everything after that is gravy, because I'll often drink one of these, Pellegrino, which is, this is like 33 ounces. So my gosh, then I'm getting way up there, right? And then I feel hydrated. So chop wood, move your body, simple stretches, up and down, up and down, up and down, chin to chest, hold that. It feels really good. You'll feel it right between your shoulder blades. And then drink your water, 64 by 3 or 4. So 64 or more ounces, which is 2 liters or more, so maybe up to 3 liters by 3 or 4, so you're not up all night long peeing. That being said, I want to tell you something. If you are feeling like you want to change, most people do. Most people are like, oh my gosh, I need to change something. But you are lacking the motivation. Let me give you a secret. You ready? Motivation follows action. I just gave you 2 actionable steps to create change. 2 pretty simple, actionable steps to create change. And let me tell you something about me and my coaching. When people sign up with me for my 21-day vitality refresh, they know one thing right off the bat. I am a sure thing. If you do the things I ask you to do, you will see change, because I give you simple, actionable steps where you can create the change that you're looking for. And in my groups and working with me privately, which I do both, we celebrate your wins. And right now, in this whoop, 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 danger, danger, chaos, panic world that we're all in right now, it's really tough to celebrate your wins. It is. It can be tough to celebrate your wins when people are suffering and when people are feeling like they are worn out, used up, and just stick a fork in them. They've had enough. So my coaching groups are a place where we do not talk about the C word. We just don't talk about it. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about the C word. We talk about ourselves and how we can fill our cups so that we can then bring our best selves out into the world. If you want to join me, my next group starts on February 1st. There's never a better time. There was never a better time than right now, or there is never a better time than right now to look after yourself. Because as the world and the chaos gets up here, you want to come back to yourself. You want to come back to yourself, connect deeply with yourself in very simple ways that can create real and lasting change. So you can go to my website, katelynch.com or customfitvitality.com to learn more. I have groups for men, I have groups for women, and you can work with me privately. You just click the link and follow the prompts. Very simple. We start on the 1st. It's short money for what you get. Because the reason people don't sign up with me is because they know I'm a sure thing. Listen to what I just said. People sign up to work with me because they know I'm a sure thing. And if you don't know that, as soon as you are in my groups, you're like, oh my gosh, this is working. But people don't sign up with me because they're not ready for change. So if you are ready for change, then click the link and let's do this. We start on the 1st. All right, that's all I got for you. So keep chopping wood and carrying water. Keep on keeping on. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Share the love, would you?